Welcome everyone to Tesoros Pen and Sword. If this is your first time, well, I am so happy for you because this is my first time hosting. Let me tell you a little bit about the organization. Tesoro is an all-women run, all-women loved, show-stopping organization birthed by the legendary and infamous Miss Stacy Dyson. We are a bunch of international women poets who bring the fire to so many lives, and we will continue doing it. Our mics are going to provide a safe space for women poets, writers, authors, musicians, and singers. And we plan to kick ass as long as possible. So we are snaps. This is going to be a monthly mic. So every month we are going to feature an amazing mujer chosen and honored by the Tesoro organization to represent what it means to have palabra. This month we are featuring Miss Ellie Gonzalez Stone, a beautiful poet that has really done so much for the community, and we can't wait to have her spit on our mic.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here, and thank you to Sandy for inviting me to Tesoro and meeting everybody. I'm so happy to expand my borders as far as out of Texas. So I will definitely be really happy to see some of you connect with me as well on social media. I love connecting with poets. I love doing stuff like this. So thank you so much for having me. You can find me on social media as Diva Girl Ellie, Ellie, and also through my poetry podcast, Lost Poet Lounge. And you can find them on social media and platforms for the podcast. So just let me know when you're ready and I'll dig in.
I love it. Okay, so first, obviously, we are going to put you on the spot. That's my favorite thing.
Go ahead.
We're going to ask you three questions for all our features. Number one, what was your most intentional purpose on becoming a poet? A lot of us have different avenues. We get pushed into the art form. Others are born into it, et cetera, et cetera. What inspired you to contribute to such a beautiful art form?
Well, I think that poetry has always been with me, even as a child. I remember my fourth grade teacher teaching us Langston Hughes, and I remember having to memorize that. And that was my first recollection of poetry. I think it was actually the first time we actually dipped into poetry, and it just stayed with me. I loved it. I loved the beauty of it, and I always tried to imitate it. You know, I was a very creative person. I was very outspoken, outgoing, but there was always a part of me that, you know, would write, or I would dear diary or whatever, journal, whatever you know, associate that stuff to. But as I got older, I felt it was a vehicle for a voice that I hadn't used. Even as being as outspoken as I was, there was a part of me that was kept hidden. And obviously, you know, feelings, emotions, experiences, love, pain, and everything in between, you have to write about it. How are people going to know you if you don't tell your story? And who better to tell your story than yourself? I don't want other people telling my story if the facts aren't accurate. So it's the best way to tell your story. So poetry is very healing, and I try to relay that and, you know, share that part of poetry with others. I try to inspire others to also find their voice. Poetry isn't about rhyming. It isn't about performance. It isn't about all of the things that people have, you know, and sometimes misconceptions about poetry. Poetry is very healing. It's very personal. It's very empowering, and it's very moving, and it is a part of history. In every place you look back on, there is somebody speaking very, very raw and very powerfully in history. So it is something that is, I believe, is underrated, and it's our job to bring it back to the forefront. So that is the answer to question number one.
I love that. How to, yes, we were on like 100 and we had little emojis going on.
Thank you.
Perfect. That was a beautiful, beautiful response. Number two, in this industry, things can get very kind of plastic sometimes. And I always like to ask older poets, and I'm not older in age, but older in experience. What would you tell somebody who's just starting? I mean, like a baby poet, and baby poets can be any age, as you all know, that they don't know about being in this industry and just staying as real as you can to the culture. What would you say?
I think one of the things that I was just speaking to Stacy about was the power of your words, and the fact that when you get in front of someone, you have the power to move people, you have the power to connect with people. It's your chance to reel people into an environment that they may not be exposed to otherwise. We're all different lifestyles, we're all different beliefs. And so that's how much power poetry has, spoken word has. All of the things that you have inside you have a way of coming out, and there's a beauty to that. There's a beauty to sharing your vulnerability in front of other people, because when you're vulnerable, as ironic as it sounds, you become more powerful. And when people see that flame inside of you, you are igniting something within someone else. And I guarantee you that you may think, oh, nobody's paying attention to me, or I don't know if I got everyone. Someone is listening, and you've sparked something within someone. So my encouragement to the younger poets would be to just get up and do it. Find your voice, because tomorrow, if you don't get up on that stage, or if you don't perform or read a piece, you're gonna regret that you didn't have the courage to be who you were meant to be. So that is my piece of advice. Just get up and do it. It's going to be scary as hell, but you're going to want to do it again. You're going to get that itch to do it again. I promise.
Oh my God, I couldn't have said that better myself. That itch. We're all very itchy people. I just can't stop. Like, I don't have enough lotions. Okay. Question number three, and this is a very personal question because each poet has a special place that we would love to perform. And this doesn't mean like a stage, in New York City. It can be some place very personal to you that you have not yet lit up their mic. So what would be your place, putting it into the universe, that you would love to perform at?
Why did I think of Amanda Gorman right off the bat? That performance that she did was phenomenal. I mean, it was historic.
Right.
I don't know if I could do something on that scale, but to have that type of impact on people in a moment in time, to be able to instill something more than just yourself, that it's bigger than you. I think it's not the number of people. I think it's the impact that you have the possibility of having. You could impact one person, and to them, you might have moved them to become who knows what, something grand. And it was because of something you said, or, when somebody tells you, you changed my life by the words you gave me or the words you spoke, because I needed it at that time. I needed to hear your story at that time. So I think anywhere where people are needing healing, encouragement, inspiring words, to be a better human, to other people, I think that's the environment that I would want to be. And there's a special place in my heart to young people, but also to women. I want to be a vessel, basically, to celebrate women, celebrate the possibilities, and also to overcome all of those limiting beliefs of, you're a woman, you're not supposed to do that. You want to bet? Yes, I can. So I want to instill that in the people that I come across with, and teach them that there is a voice for a reason. You weren't made to be silent. So
I love that. Yes, poet. I just want to say thank you so much for gracing Tesoro with your energy. We are digging this already. I want all of you to just leave your mics half open because I need to snap. And also, we are about to open the open mic of the portion of this evening. and then we'll be back to Miss Ellie Stone. Everybody give it up for Miss Ellie Stone.
Thank you.
Woo, woo.
Woo-hoo.
Woo, woo, woo.
Here. Thank you.
Okay, homegirls. So whoever wants to grace us with their amazing low fire, low smoke to warm up the mic for her, just go ahead and unmute yourself so we can get this show on the road. Ms. Dyson, you are also ready to spit on our tesoro little lumbre here. I know you can hear me.
Honey, I can always hear you. Whether or not I'm paying attention is, different,
Oh my God.
different subject. If you would like me to kick you off, I'd be more than happy to do that.
Try it. It's gonna take me half an hour to figure out the passcode, first of all. Okay.
I'm sure I don't know why. Um,
Here we go.
just a quick
Oh,
one.
oh, I'm sorry. Oh my God, rewind. It's also National Poetry Month. I mean, it's always National Poetry Month, but again, the internet say that it's National Poetry Month. So Okay.
Okay.
Am I the only one that's excited about that? Yes. Okay.
Natalie. Like I said, just a quick little, quick
You know
little something to
what?
wet your palate.
Who is doing that? The 30-day challenge that I have way too much ADHD to join every single year. Who is doing that?
I've been doing it for the last 5 years. I decided this year I decided to sit this one out.
And I'm in solidarity. You take a rest. Okay, I'll share one because I'm doing micro poems. Okay, so if you don't know me, hey, what's up? I usually write like entire libros as pieces, and sometimes they make people angry. But that's okay. For National Poetry Month this year, which is my first year participating because I ain't got no time. I decided to write micro poems. Okay, and that's just something I invented, so I don't give a shit if it doesn't exist. I would like to share my day one poem, and it's really, really short. Here it goes. I told my therapist I needed closure. She asked for what? She works in prisons. I am her best inmate, period. A lot of these are gonna leave me completely naked, but yeah, they're fun. And
Is there another way to go?
oh my God, you want me to read you today? Yes, I will.
Yes.
Okay. Today I wrote, before we get serious. In my first apartment, I slept with the butcher knife, like a samurai waiting to taste the blood of any intruder who woke up my baby panda. My heart was cold like Uma's in volume 2. The many ways I would kill Bill was my lullaby night after night. True story, period. Okay, here we go. And
Okay, so after that bit of frivolity,
oh my God, rude.
no, you asked for. I told you guys I would start you off with a small little, something to whet the appetite.
Let's do it.
This old piece. When I say I need a chocolate fix, I ain't talking about that boy. Said I'm crazy for a chocolate fix. I ain't talking about that boy. I'm talking Hershey's Kisses or a full-sized almond joy now. I'm a tender woman. Love my baby through and through. I'm a tender-hearted woman. Love that man all through and through, but if that man starts acting up, then a Nestle's Crunch will do. You see, ladies, a Dove bar won't kiss you quick, then steal your car. No Milky Way or Snickers ever left for loose women and liquor. And let's face it, be basic. Premium Ghirardelli will never put a baby in your belly. Girlfriend, you know I ain't lying. Those Three Musketeers won't leave you crying. And buying Tootsie Rolls by the pound may leave you broke, but they don't run around. Now, I know my man's attractive, You may make your eyes and flirt, said I know my love's attractive. You may make your eyes and flirt, but reach out for my O. Henry bar and somebody will get hurt. When I say I need a chocolate fix, I ain't talking about that boy. Said I'm crazy for a chocolate fix. I ain't talking about some boy. I'm talking Hershey's Kisses or a full-sized almond joy.
Woo, 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 woo.
Let's go, Stacey. Let's go.
Yes, I love that piece. What am I feeling? Oh my goodness. My mic is not connected. Only the computer one. Okay. Am I cracky? Am I cracky? No. Yes. Okay. Marissa. Oh, how are you?
Oh my gosh, Sandy Shakes in the house. What's up?
What's up, old girl?
Oh, you look so beautiful tonight, just so you know. I'm all scrubby, like on a Friday night. Sorry.
Yeah, I wanted to be under the covers, but Miss Stacy would murder me. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that would be another show. Maybe one I would curate. So I don't know. After that chocolate poem, though, that's a pretty sexy poem. And you know, she reads it all suavemente, like,
I know.
Espacio. Let's go. It was like, Stacey Dyson. All right. I was gonna read this. Are we gonna only do one round?
No. We're probably gonna do whoever wants to read for like the next 6 minutes, and then we're gonna do another round after the feature.
No, okay. Well, so I'll do this one. I mean, it'll bring it down. It'll bring the room down a little. Which
Okay,
sucks,
I live in that.
but
Down. I love it. Go ahead.
it's bringing down and going down is very different. Stacey, I saw that eye roll. Anyways, so yeah, this is a new poem that I did. It's titled Nashville 2023.
Shit. Yes. Oh.
This is for the parent who sent their kid to school that morning. This is for the school doors not being bulletproof, for the staff who are on the other side of campus, for the phone call that can connect immediately. This is for the 911 operator relaying tragedy. This is for the police car that got stuck in traffic and the officers who did not hesitate to rush in. This is for the administrator who announced lockdown, not a drill. This is for the teacher with not enough hiding places who didn't have enough arms. This is for the children afraid. This is for the teachers afraid. This is for the first responders afraid. This is for the parents who didn't know yet. This is for the size 9 t-shirt that was not Kevlar. This is for the hand that tried to stop the bullet. This is for the bone that didn't mean to break, the blood that didn't mean to drain, the muscle that didn't mean to shred, the breath that didn't mean to quit. This is for the heart that didn't mean to stop. This is for the skin that didn't mean to turn gray, and the eyes that didn't mean to cry and close forever. This is for the cereal that didn't mean to be a last meal. This is for the adrenaline that couldn't fix it. This is for the EMTs who couldn't arrive fast enough, for the paramedics who couldn't work a miracle, ER doctors with not enough blood infusions, and the surgeons who could not say, your baby made it. This is for those who discovered the bodies and those who delivered the news. This is for the bullet that never wanted to be born to cause death. This is for the gun that never consented to slaughter. This is for the white crosses and red Mylar heart balloons, for candlelight vigils and families that lost loved ones. This is for the coroner and the casket, for the death certificate and the burial. This is for the grieving ground saturated with blood and for all who will die tomorrow. This is for the poets who document the loss. This is for all the stolen futures, all the dreams never to come true, for all the empty beds and dinner plates, all the grief and tears and rage. This is for those who run towards danger and those who look the other way, For the lawmakers who get loud and protest, and those who haven't lost enough yet. This is for the change that must come. This is for love not being enough. This is for the heartbreak and the hope we are losing more and more every day.
So powerful. I love that piece. Yes. It needs to be said, it needs to be heard because it's just still happening. So we will continue to write and write and write until people fucking listen. Thank you so much, Marissa. That was wonderful. I love it. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm gonna leave the mic open for 2 more pieces. If anybody wants to get down before we go on to our feature, unmute yourself. Hi, Carol.
Hi everybody. Hi Sandy. Hi, I guess I'm Cara. I don't think I've met anybody else. But I'd love to share.
Of course, welcome. First of all, this is the amazing, all-powerful Carol. Don't let the little blanket fool you. Thank you so much for gracing us with your palabra, Carol. I can't wait. Welcome to Tesoro Mike.
Thank you. I think I'm gonna read a piece that you already heard, Sandy. I just realized because I read this.
Every piece is new. I literally am Dory from like Finding Nemo. So let's go.
Okay. So this is my love letter to Mother Earth. Dear Earth, you were the first mother, the creator of the first cell that grew into many and somewhere decided to make us possible. From your flesh springs forward what nourishes us, and I am grateful for this. As we transition from days shortening to welcoming the sun for longer and longer, I want to fall into your embrace, to be at peace in your stillness, to sit in a meadow of sweet-scented lavender and jasmine and marinate in your love. I want to tell your story, Earth. I want to be one with your struggles and your joys and everything in between. I want to feel your heartbeat against my palm. I look outside my window at the mockingbirds coming to roost, their long tails seesawing as they swing on utility lines, and I know I am lucky to be alive on this planet, sharing my energy with such holy beings. The sounds of the city chainsaw my ears. A helicopter blading the sky, cars slicing the boulevard. Where can I find the quiet to fall back into a rhythm of your breath, Earth, and not a constant state of productivity? Where can I tango with air, not dance with exhaust? Where can I root into my creativity and be without the weight of the expectation to bloom? I don't have to bloom to be beautiful. I can just be me, a seed starting out in the depths of your soul, Earth. Dear Earth, you are a poet, and the lyrics you write I see everywhere. I look east and there's spoken word, a full moon spitting bars to a galaxy of stars. I look west and free verse spills like sunlight across my lips. I look north and an ode reminds me of the sequoia strength. I look south and a pantoum pirouettes in palm trees. I look up and see sonnets in the clouds. I look down and haikus wrap their syllables around my toes. In all directions, wherever my eyes fall, there is poetry. Thank you, everybody. Wonderful poetry so far, and I can't wait to hear more.
That was beautiful, Carol. Thank you so much. Okie dokies. I am so in love with the vibe right now. Does anybody else want to have a piece contribute to our poetry garden? Okay, here we go. All right. Awesome. If there are no takers, I think we're going to go ahead and push the feature because it is 7:35. All right. Let's give a big warm, Poet Rose goes like, hurry up. I am on the other coast. Okay, Everybody, unmute your mics again and give warm snaps to Miss Ellie Stone. Ellie Stone, for anybody
Do
who
it, girl.
Thank you,
where
lady.
are you spitting from? Just give us like your city or your state.
Texas, right outside of Dallas, Texas, near Denton, Texas, actually.
Woo woo. The Lone Star State.
The Lone Star State. Woohoo! Yahoo!
Okay, Miss Stone, go ahead. Welcome to Tesoro. This is Pen and Sword. You are our first feature under my hosting shenanigans. So please bless us
Thank you, Sandy.
with your love. Go ahead. The mic is yours.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. I'm going to get right into it. This one is called Someone Once Told Me You Are Enough. Someone once told me you are enough. I heard those words, but did I really believe them? I stop in from time to time in my life and I hear those words whispered back to me. It stops me in my tracks. Why? How did I get to a point in my life where I'm defining myself by my failures, scars, and flaws rather than the beauty of who I really am and who I was meant to be? Why does it hurt me so much to even feel that I'm worthy? I have always been a strong-minded, confident, outgoing, and encouraging person for others, but why couldn't I be that for myself? Why did I think that to even ask God for anything would be an automatic rejection from the one constant in my life that has always been there? How did I lose my faith in myself when I have always had so much faith for others? Where did I lose my sense of value? Did I make one too many mistakes to tip the bucket into the oblivion of the unforgiven? How can I be someone's biggest cheerleader, yet it is so hard for me to celebrate my own triumph and victories? Dangling clouds of disparity that always follow me and remind me that I am not who I want to be. How do I get so numb that I fail to realize that every day, every breath is a gift? That every day I am renewed. What broke me? Where did my spirit go? I glide through life with the brightest smile on my face, so bright that many will compliment on my cheer. Do they not see my dark clouds? The more and more I do, the more I can forget that they are there. Embracing joys, happiness, and celebrations are few and far between when you walk amongst those dark clouds. And it isn't because I don't believe that it's not possible. I do. I wait for a jolt into my lungs to breathe life into me, to ignite a spark, to let me know that I am still alive, that my everyday is not lived in vain. And even through pain, even through joys, there is purpose in who I am. I always see myself a certain way. I always have. And if I were to hold a picture of that image and compare it to how I am and feel now, I get sad. But what is stopping me from being that person? What fears have me so frozen to take that ultimate leap? What unknowns have me questioning if there is something better out there for me to be able to live life and and that smile be real? I hear things, see things, feel people I love, I break, I love again and break again, but still manage to love others in spite of my blood they have shed. Why can't I love myself with that intensity? Don't get me wrong, I don't want to lose my life. No, not like that by any means. But isn't that what I'm doing anyway? Always allowing this numbness to control me, allowing the fear to keep me where it wants me. I have literally closed the door to my own cage and threw away the key that I had in my very own hand. I threw it as far away as I could. This controlled environment, this controlled comfort of numbness, yet there is still a flicker inside me still. At first, I have feared the glimmer of hope, but nonetheless it is there, burning inside me, whispering back to me, you are enough. You may be broken, you may be flawed, but you are beautifully broken and perfectly flawed. And you are worthy of a light that burns bright within you. You are worthy of a power so strong and mighty, a force to be reckoned with. You are worthy of love that thrives and breathes with such intensity that your tears will no longer be of nothingness, but tears of joy. and all for the reward, for a calm breath, knowing that you have peace settling your soul, that you have intensity in your spirit that no one has ever been able to take from you or rob you of. Do not rob yourself of the treasure that lies within your own soul. You are not a shell of a person. You are vibrant. You are a conqueror. You are an adventurer. You love and you give because that truly does make you happy to see others smiling. You have a compassionate heart. You seek understanding and kindness, and be your own hero. Save yourself from intricate webs you cast that have cast doubts upon you. You were not meant to live your beautiful life in a state of lifelessness. You are not meant to go through the motions. You were meant to set fire to your world so that others can see the way home. You were meant to find your voice so that others could have the courage to find their own. You were meant to fail and be flawed and broken and numb because you were chosen to prevail and to be that glowing light for others, to call home to those just as lost as you have been, to help find their own voices, their joys, and their purpose. You see, you are enough. You are extraordinarily and miraculously put together as a masterpiece of your creator, a work of art that is felt in the heart, the journey of the mind and the cry of the struggle, but also the celebration of triumph. You are more than enough. You are extraordinarily enough. Do you remember now? Do you remember? Someone once told you, you are enough. And that someone was me all along. Thank you. Thank you. I'll go into another one, a little bit more lighthearted. It's called The Crave. So this is it. It's the way your lips glide sweetly, yet demanding over mine, claiming what is not yours, demanding of me a response that I have no right to even answer. Your calmness is wrapped in sensuality that drives me to the edge, and I sit still as long as I can, consuming the image of you, daydreaming of you, wrapping yourself around me as you sit still in front of me, contemplating your claim. Your willingness to cross even your own boundaries and borders pushes me, my urges for you even further, knowing that we want what we cannot have and we have what we cannot want. You speak to me with no language barriers. You speak to me with no words, and I understand you completely and with the utmost intent on being the best listener to your body's call. You tease me and you wait for me to prove that I am the weaker one, that you can put your claws into my flesh and that I would gladly welcome it. You look at me, mocking me as you devour my passion for you with the contentedness of someone drinking a fine wine. Two star-crossed lovers could never be so wrong. Yet everything about this heated combustion is so right. The adventures of our passion set on fire. It unnerves us, yet we are weak against it. We cannot fight it or deny it. We fall to our knees in defeat to our pleasures as we tempt each other into a drunken physical stupor, an overdose on our desires for each other, and we vow to not let our sins take us there again, and we fail. We fail miserably each and every time as our bodies rock each other in consoling rhythms that remind us that this is what it feels like to be alive with someone in a moment, connected in bodies, pleasured in spirit and form, and bonded in souls, set ablaze, that forbidden passion that should have never been tasted but always will be, as the sweet taste of it lingers on our tongues. We crave. Thank you. I am going to read another one. Shadows. When mystical shadows play in your mind, a melody crisp and clear, the majestic purples become the amethysts of thine eyes, woven baskets of joy happily bobbing up on thy head, for all of merriment to enjoy instead, the mystery that thy pose, full of passion, hearts disrobe, passage to the alleys of your mind as lurking presence be mine, admiration true and strong, playing notes that play the song, glitters of leaves as they toss, turn, that leave us both to yell and learn. Bring forth your power, bring forth your glee, as tiny virtues hang in the trees like tiny forbidden fruits to taste, as they walk to and from with cat-like haste. To the tower, to the bell, for all to see, for all to fell. Fires twisting in the night for the sake of burning and flesh delight. Clench fists and fiery eyes as tempest calms and unfurl. The clouds of night cover the vibrant moon as taken rest to sweat and swoon. So live lightly and go into the light where mystery lives and walks through the night. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to switch over to my laptop now, and I'm going to read one off of here. It's called The Metamorphosis of a New Being. Leave behind your burdens, leave behind your past. There is not purpose for them where you are going. They are but rocks and boulders in the back of your pocket. Cast them aside, throw them far, for they are not part of this journey. They are not a part of the new you. Put them under your feet as you step above the past choices and burdens of yesterday. Create your foundation of a better tomorrow. You deserve every opportunity to become the person you were meant to be. Do not fear your past, but embrace the lessons within it. Carry that into your new journey as your rite of passage, as a butterfly transforming in metamorphosis, as your soul unravels a new path for you to travel on. Thank you. I'm going to read one that I did actually with Sandy in the Breath of Fire, Rio de mi Vida workshop that we did. I absolutely had the best experience there. And one of the prompts they gave us was "My fire is." And so we wrote on that, and my fire is ... I am a fire whose ... or what does my fire look like ... And this is what I wrote. Close to my fire. You can hear my fire from a distance. It snaps gently, reminding you that it can be comforting, but it's capable of combustion. It glows, a gentle, mesmerizing mixture of the sunset dancing a delicate ballet, blurred yet so defined to your eye. My fire is comforting and nurturing because it is the warmth that envelops you, bringing a sense of home. In that comfort, you have an overwhelming feeling, letting your guard down because it draws you in. You feel safe and unguarded. Sing by my fire, strum the strings as you lose your gaze within the depths of my warm flames. You feel such an overwhelming sense of calm as you breathe in the scent, Palo Santo, mesquite, and wild fresh grass. The mind starts to wander in the warmth and you begin to feel the unwrapping of your soul. You now feel connected to those that sit around my fire. You reach out to feel closer to the fire as you draw and pull energy from the center of my being. You feel the charge and we see your new glow. The flames of my fire now bathe you in waves and whispers of heated inspiration. With every flicker kiss on your face, the more you are encouraged to open up your soul, the more you stare into my fire, the more you become of it. I am one, you are of the same now. Our fires have now blended. My fire is inviting and contagious. Now I see your fire and my flames dance and celebrate you as we flicker together, ignited souls. That was obviously fire topic. I had fun with that. I had fun with that one. I think we all did. And then I will move on to Clown Car. What am I doing? I have the slightest clue. While I sit here with an overwhelming pit in my stomach and anxiousness, I can barely swallow past my throat. I feel the pit of hopelessness swirl around me like I'm standing in the eye of a tornado, sometimes fooling myself that chaos equals busy, that the chaos means I'm serving others, that my chaos is just a blueprint to my productivity in everyday life. But who am I kidding? My life is like juggling bladed balls while on speed. Not that I know what that's like. But I watch this circus of my life unload all the clown cars from the small clown car in hopes that this charade is entertaining to you, to say the least. Do you think people will notice? I ask myself. Do you think they can tell how deep my chaotic abyss really is? Do they even know that I am superbly talented maestro who delicately orchestrates the very harmonious calamity of my life in such a way that I can even make it look glamorous, for a lack of a better word? As for how many times I have been asked, is there anything you don't do? The answer is, why, yes. Where would you like me to begin? Because it is exactly all of those things that I don't do that haunt and taunt me daily. The small things, the not so small things, even grand, the type of things that will bring you to your knees crying, from not making my bed every morning to not being a mother, and everything in between. Each and every one of those things filling my heart with regret, longing, hopelessness, or a strong, sad sense of failure, even making me feel less of a person because it's one more thing I didn't accomplish. See these balls I'm juggling? They're to distract you so that you don't notice, not the skeletons in my closet, but the scary clowns coming out of my clown car. Thank you. That's how my life is sometimes. It's like a circus of clowns. So, ode to my chaotic life. So this one is very near and dear to me because it is what I feel my Lost Poet Lounge is founded upon. It is what I feel the power of poetry has for each and every one of us, and when people share their poetry. It's called Lost Poets. For even the lost shall be found as they wander and reach out with no one to lift a hand. They will hear the calling of a melody set in their mind and given life by their heart. It will tell tales of their journeys, the wars, the tears, the unexplainable love that has rendered them hopeless and on their knees. The lost shall call upon the strength of 1 or 100. We shall cast heroes, and we shall feel the blood of the defeated. You will know who they are, for they wandered through the realm of life with their tears that magnify their woes like crystallized veils and force them to provide comfort with a smile. You will know them because they carry something in their hand that writes the truth that can never be told. You will know their strength because of the courage that unravels their souls. As they stand naked in the most vulnerable state with their hearts in their hands, you will know them, the lost poets, for they are the ones who speak for those without a voice, for they are the ones that put words to our pain and shout life to our joys. They are the lost poets. They are the ones who will find me. They are the ones that shall set me free. Thank you. I will go back to my computer. The promise of life. Life is not perfect. It was never meant to be, rather experienced. Moments, memories that matter, both good and bad, turbulent and calm, days we couldn't breathe from the challenges, and others that were overjoyed with happiness, that you find yourself jumping up and down from the pure emotions. Whatever life is in that moment, live it, feel it, let it wrap itself around you, because in that motion of every moment lies the truth of who you truly are and who you are truly meant to be. Those rough moments, don't let them fool you. As painful as life can be on those dark days, abrasive, they have the gift of smoothing us over, curving out life into something unexpected, shaping our hearts into a new, unimaginable good. Take the bad along with the good so that when you stand on the peak, the tears of pain and sadness turn into persistence and perseverance. And in that moment of overcoming and endurance, there is a moment of triumph and power that lights your soul on fire in a blaze of glory that cannot be contained. Breathe those moments in, for those are the tools of your heart, of your mind, your spirit, your character. Grasp every second of time that you have been gifted and inhale the opportunity of every new day. Exhale all that has ever weighed you down, and know that no matter where you are in life, you are a masterpiece and you are the artist. Paint the picture your heart desires, and paint it as many times as you want, for with practice comes patience within oneself and with others. And you learn to see the beauty in the most minute things and the beauty in moments that are missed when you blink and you stop and you truly see the beauty that is this thing called life. Thank you. Let's see. This one is called Jagged. There comes a time when your heart breaks. It falls to the floor, shattered into a million pieces. Each tiny piece with their own jagged edges, filled with the images of the stories that you lived and held so dear to your heart. Living your life, being in love, believing in love, only to be deceived by your own better judgment. What you once thought was heaven sent is now hell bound. How many steps did it take to get to the center of this hell? Please tell me when the demons showed up. Once as white as snow, a love so pure and pristine, there was nothing in this world that could have come between, nothing that would have been placed first, nothing that would have shaken you firmly, your firmly planted love in love's oblivion. Nothing couldn't endure, nothing you couldn't conquer. The storms were strong and you were stronger. You withstood the test of time, and one day, one inexplicable, unexpected, and very unbelievable moment, there was a crack. You found a crack in your unshakable world. Your perfect world has now been marred and tarnished. It has now been blemished, but you push it aside and think, this love is strong enough to withstand such a scar, such an imperfection. And through many more weathered storms, torments, trying times, your crack grows and grows. Some damage done by you, some damage done by your other half. You fight to keep the crack from becoming bigger. You fight and you begin to become the reason the crack grows. The crack becomes jagged and the tears begin to flow as easily as the blood trickling down your pierced hands, trying to hold that crack together. You are no longer holding on to each other's hands, but to the crack in its jagged edges, trying in vain to keep it from splitting any further, fearful of what could happen if you release the bloody hands from those jagged edges. The pain becomes too unbearable, and all you can feel is the throbbing echoes of your doubt, asking over and over, why don't you just let go? You start to think of all the reasons why letting go would be better. You start to realize that the bad far outweighed the good. Why are you holding on, you ask yourself. You look at both of your hands cut to shreds, unrecognizable from the scars and the fresh wounds, and are they even still holding on the way you are? It's a perpetual cycle of constant pain, fighting for what you believed, past tense. And then it hits you with such an intensity that the sheer weight of that simple thought knocks you off your feet and nearly knocks the life out of you. Believed, not believe. Somewhere in the process of the pain, your heart did something to you that not even you saw. It changed you. It survived you. It shifted the meaning of you. It shifted the meaning of your heart to a place you never expected to go or be. You look at yourself surrounded by the bloody mess of the battle, some self-inflicted from your own bad mistakes, some of them delivered to you. You no longer recognize the person you were or the person you once loved. You give one last tremendous squeeze to the one thing that has been killing you all along. You give death to death itself and you let go. You cry out in pain and defeat and surrender to the unknown and uncertainty, because the pain had become all too familiar and all too comforting. The pain was your prison. The pain was always there hurting you. You became accustomed to it until you let go. And it was then that you realized just how demanding the pain was. You feel you feel every jagged edge ripping and pulling itself apart from your flesh, opening up parts of you that you thought were long healed, feeling raw in the form of vulnerability, weak in the form of self-doubt, now free from the very jagged edges that ripped you open over and over and over. and something happens, something miraculous begins to happen, something that you never thought was possible from such damage. You begin to heal. Thank you. How am I on time?
I think we have one more piece.
Okay. One more piece, one more piece. What shall it be? This one is a piece that I did, and it's a completely different vibe, but it's one that I was invited to do for a Juneteenth celebration. And so that was done probably 2 years, actually 3 years ago. It's called Let Freedom Ring. Dear Lord, hear my prayer, for they know not what they do. I hear the cries of freedom. I hear the cries of truth. I see the black tear-stained faces pleading, God help us, for they know not what they do. I see the root of evil trying to hold them back, in vain attempts to strip them of their pride just because they're Black. I see courageous heroes shouting out, you will never hold us down. I hear the bells of freedom ringing like an altar call to those who fall. Leave your evil ways of thinking, for they are my children too. Their Black skin color is not a sin, but a shade of triumph. For the many years they have endured and survived with their heads held high. Their spirit is not a crime, but a yell for victory for every time they stood for justice. Their solidarity is not a threat, but an example of how to come together as one, of a repeated cry for freedom, let freedom ring. A repeated cry for freedom, let freedom ring. A repeated cry for freedom, let freedom ring. Let the toll of the bell mark a song of celebration of the destruction of these chains of their emancipation. Delivered unto them to claim their natural born right to freedom, to be a human being. Let the power of the good conquer these tribulations that have long overshadowed people, and let their cries be of joy and freedom. Let the cries be of jubilation. Stand up and stand by your Black brother. Stand up and stand by your Black sister. Be ye of faith, compassion, kindness, love, and understanding, but be pure in heart and action. Take the veils off of your sheltered minds and stand in the light for a fight that is not just for them, but for all. As God is the head of our body, may you be reminded that they are indeed needed. The beauty of a person does not lie in the eye of the beholder, but in the hearts of those that seek truth and love. Behold the beauty of your Black brother and sister. Behold the beauty of your Black brother and sister. Behold the courage and bravery of your Black brother and sister. They have endured, they have overcome, they have survived, and they still love. Let everyone hear their cries of freedom. Let freedom ring. Let everyone hear their cries of freedom. Let freedom ring. Let everyone hear their cries of freedom. Let freedom ring. Thank you.
Oh, I was on mute. Yay! Oh my God, everybody open your mics up. Thank you so much, Ellie.
Yes, indeed. That was lovely, Ellie.
Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that it touched you in some way, form, or fashion.
Wonderful, wonderful pieces. Anytime you are on a mic, go ahead and check out the chat. There's so many cool little tributes to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time and space. Thank you for blessing Tesoro. Hello, everyone. We are here with our feature, Ellie Stone. She just finished a beautiful set for us on Pen and Sword. If you all want to be part of what we now will open the open mic part dos, go ahead and sign up in the chat and we'll get the show started. We'll give Ellie a little space to breathe or drink water, and she can spit as well. I know after long sets, I get hella thirsty. So here we go. I have, let's see. Poet Shocky G on the mic. What's up, Shocky?
Hey.
How you doing?
Sorry, I'm good. I can't get on camera.
Okay, it's okay. As long as we
Okay.
can hear you.
Okay. I'll do 2 pieces that I wrote today and yesterday.
Let's go.
When I was a teenager, my wisdom teeth found a way to gentrify my gum line. Screamed manifest destiny, pushed its way through, did not take no for an answer. How violent some growth can be. When pulling the teeth, the dentist broke part of my jawbone, destroying what was left behind, but blaming the other teeth, standing around like project buildings, claimed it was just a bad neighborhood. The tooth was never the problem. Sometimes, I think my mother was a wisdom tooth. The pain I felt when she took up space, I never noticed she was only trying to grow until God plucked her from the gums of my family's smile, replaced her with a frown, teeth slowly shifting, moving into her absence, leaving gaps. My family, bracing onto a memory to hold itself together. At night, I feel us grinding against each other, swallowing blood that tastes a lot like pride, biting our tongues as if we could drool apologies down our chins. We will not be caught looking like an excuse, blaming each other, standing around like cavities. Do not tell me we are just a bad set of dentures. The tooth was never the problem. Maybe if we had taken every brush with death, covered it in baking soda and mint, we could have kept the disease from destroying our mouths. What I mean is, it doesn't matter if your family is a set of teeth or a forest of trees. What matters is that you water and care for the roots. Okay, and this is just a dumb one I wrote today called Bananas. If you ask me about my life, I will say, this shit is bananas. Bananas. This shit is bananas. No, but really, did you know that we share 60% of our DNA with bananas? Which means I was part fruit long before I came out as gay. I used to joke that I am aging like a bad banana, and it turns we are all bad bananas. If I peel back your layers, would I find a softer part of you? Find that most of the bruises are only skin deep. Would you let me smash? I mean, I've always loved banana bread, and you are ripe for the taking. I'm pudding in your arms, and it makes sense the way my heart crumbles easy like Nilla wafers. Listen, I would do anything to have you lick me off your lips or the back of a spoon, and I'd be okay just spending time growing ripe with you. But relax, don't get yourself in a bunch. Yellow is believed to be the color of happy. So here we are, happiness incarnate. Embrace it, or at the very best, just go bananas.
Let's go, Shocky.
Oh my gosh, Hockey G. I love that. I love that piece. I think I need a copy just to like recite it at the DMV and people will clear my butt. All right, let's get this party going. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. So up next is the wonderful Tesoro, Miss Poeta Rose Gold. Hi.
What's cracking? Like the hair.
Thank you. It's semi-permanent, so I have to live with it for a while.
Mhm. Okay. This piece is entitled Smoke. It is 1974 or 75, and all I remember is seeing smoke. Absolutely no sound comes to mind or memory 48 years later. They said I was just as staring, screaming as a frightened child would. At 2 or 3, it wasn't my business to know that corrupt landlords painted the charred landscapes that blotted my decaying borough with malice aforethought. So why did Nelson George inform me only a month ago how thousands were displaced and neighborhoods decimated to make way for the Cross Bronx Expressway? I suppose it was to quicken white flight. All I wanted to know was, can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Took root in a new neighborhood, pressed and starched in uniforms that invited the illusion of a quality education. But we were all duped in the history department. Religion over relationships should have enhanced my mathematical skills for constantly counting the number of Hail Marys and Our Fathers for sins I don't even recall committing. I just didn't want this neighborhood to start smoking like the last one did. During our cross-borough migration, I missed out on another, albeit beautiful creation. Birthed at a back-to-school jam I was way too young to attend. No neighborhoods were destroyed in the making of this religious, righteous bullhorn that called out to the rest of the borough, "We are alive." And these soldiers of fortune found a paradise amidst their withering world. They called it hip hop. Not all heroes wear capes, some of them DJ. The Bronx and the Phoenix both crossed with an X, marked for demolition. From ashes to ashes, I say, instead of refusing to succumb to the smoke, we rose up from it, using the pyro as a decadent WWE type entrance, announcing our presence to the universe. And
Some of them DJ. Yes, they fucking do. I love this.
thank you.
Thank you, Chloe Roscoe. I love it. She's like, I'm just gonna drop a nuclear bomb and then disappear. Bye. Okay. Awesome. Oh my goodness. Okay, next on deck. I have somebody who just came into the room, Poet Avacha.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, how are you? Thank you for joining.
I had absolutely no knowledge of this, and then I was going to send something to Stacy, and I saw that this was happening. So here I am.
We are honored. You have the mic, madame. When everyone do it, then please go.
One. Can I do two, or should I just do one?
You can do 2 or 200. I mean, we are here for it.
Let's do a poet. We'll be here for the next, millennium.
It's okay. We'll move it. Please, please do your thing.
So this one comes from my book. I'll put that in the chat. And also I have a open mic. It's usually the 4th Saturday of the month because I have a gig. It's going to be the 5th Saturday this month. And if you go to my website, that'll be in the chat as well. You'll find out about it. We always have 4 features, but only 10 open mics. So if you want to be one of the open mics, get there early because the folks get there to make sure they fill those open mics up. Anyway, this first one is called True Confessions of a Sound Junkie. I am a bona fide sound junkie. Call me a child of music. I was created, born to the tune that called two very beautiful but incompatible dances together to make love, to make me to the rhythmic humming of rusty bed springs. And on that night, the slippery moans and warm sweat sounds of their love dance became the song that is me. The sensuous sounds of their love dance sang me into existence. That night did not walk in softly, and neither did I. I came with all the fire and wild passion of a hurricane. Like a shy tornado, I came. I heard music in the rustling of newspapers in the streets, and a symphony in the sound of dripping water. Every squeaky door and leaky faucet had a song to sing. I even heard music in the dice games on the corner. I ran wild and free like the doo-wops and mambos, kaizo, calypso, boleros, and gospel, bombas, sambas, blues, and jazz. Sweet, uncontrollable melodies that were everywhere. Melodies that drowned the filth of city streets, but always left a place for me in the silence between their notes. And every night, and every time I thought I'd lose it, because the record was more than I could stand, Spirit said, listen, listen for the rhythm, listen. It's there, listen, all around you, there's music everywhere, listen. Find the rhythm, listen to the rhythm, and when you become that rhythm, you'll find that noise is only a lonely sound, waiting for someone who does more than just hear with their ears. Spirit said, listen. Noise ain't nothing but a lonely sound, waiting impatiently, looking for a friend. And I knew that I could be that friend, that wild and crazy friend who's not afraid to grab the stage and let the people know. Noise ain't nothing but a lonely sound, waiting for a song to sing, impatiently waiting, searching for that somebody who listened long enough to make her want to sing. Someone like me, someone like you, someone that knew that noise ain't nothing but a sad and lonely sound. just another naked note, looking for some clothes. And let's see, where do I go? Okay, this last one is from a book I have coming out in a few more months. This is called Everywhere You. I see you, exquisite, radiant, and indescribable beauty. You're everywhere. I see you in the starlight, always somewhere just out of reach, floating in the shadows of a never-ending dream that never seems to disappear. I find you, Ghanaian, gorgeous, a sensuous, romantic temptress that won't let love die, an inescapable vision that flirts with me. You're there. In the regal African beauty of every dark-skinned sister that walks this earth, sassy, beautiful phantoms, bittersweet chocolate-covered apparitions, haunting memories, emotions that pass me by and never even take the time to notice the reflections of the presence of you, the flashbacks of you, the reminders of you, you, a graceful dark chocolate beauty, a precious African queen, always dancing, 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 and unending sacred vision, still dancing in my eyes, still dancing through my soul, dancing all over that place, that always place, a home you still own in my heart. Thanks for listening to my words. I'll put my book and a couple of CDs and our poetry series in the chat. Please join us. And with that, I shut up and listen.
I think we're still in whole season.
Whatever you said, I couldn't understand one word of it.
Oh, I said we're still inhaling your pieces, Madame. Those were amazing. Oh my God. Yes, yes. Please see the comments in the chat. We were loving it every second.
Thank you.
Okay. Please tell me if my mic is squeaky or it is just my voice. I can apologize for both. And here we go. Okay, I'm gonna do two short pieces in honor of our feature. It is something that was written during our workshop, the day I met our beautiful Miss Ellie Stone. Okay, new shit. Here we go. When I am flooded in wax, I am too exhausted to dream on how to burn. Every muscle hurts. My shoulders weigh ancestral pounds of memories that still ache. I don't want them to know my name. Take me back to when I waited in the alley of a half-made stage. The house was falling apart, the curtains too thin to shield, and the crowd was standing room only. The energy there electrified a poorly electrified mic. I don't want them to know my name. They used to remember the piece and forget my name. Let me exit quietly while the stage lights dim. I float back on two poets on deck. They give me props and I quietly escape. I can't breathe. They want my oxygen. The wax fills my lungs. My shimmer becomes malnourished and is starved for peace. What can I do when the same thing that keeps my heartstrings intact also rips them apart? Broken heart syndrome will forever play the wrong chords from the stress of pouring more and more out of me and feeling the wax climb closer to my light. It makes my pen sticky sometimes. It makes people go away after they have taken a lifetime supply of the glow they pocketed. They take, I give, they take, I can't breathe. The wax covers my tongue and my words won't sing. I need poetry. I don't need fame. Poetry needs me. Fame keeps no one. I tattoo every snap and bathe in the aroma of the roses written in the chat for me. But the wax, my oxygen is leaving. Take me back to when we waited on an old mic in the alley, when Casa had not enough chairs and the ones that were there felt perfectly broken, like every artist that loved them. They remembered the pieces and promised to forget my name. Some days I still dream of that beautiful flame. Thank you. Ooh.
Okay, we're gonna need a new mic because she just torched that one. Get it, girl.
This was I'm reading two pieces that were in like a 7-minute workshop, and our maestra was not playing with us. So I was like, oh my God. Okay, here we go. Okay.
She's not lying.
One more piece, okay? And this one, she just asked us to write about goodbyes. Here we go. My first goodbye would be grief. I came into this world grieving the reincarnation of a past warrior's battle. In the first hours of life, I acquired a black eye. There is a picture of my mother and father and a droopy baby in the middle, mimicking a prize fighter. How ironic that the youngest in that image would always remain the strongest spirit, where they would one day both fail me. I would carry the burden of raising them, loving them painfully at the expense of their neglectful ways. My second goodbye would be the way the mirror yells imposter when I am about to spit my truth. The way I turned 5 years old and my father yelled inútil, useless, such an ugly word. Sometimes it still creeps into my reflection. And today, with your permission, I wish to smash that glass so many times it becomes glitter and can no longer cut me, and has no choice but to become part of the celebration of who I become. The third goodbye is a farewell to all those I've loved too hard and loaned pieces of me that they can never return, time and energy that I will never greet again. The way they left their dirty memories on my good sheets, made them dingy and destroyed their high count threads. The way they walked into my heart's warm white carpets and purposely dragged in shit that can never live, no matter how much I scrub their aura off of me. I say goodbye to all these things that never served me, that left me on the waiting list of a restaurant too bougie to let me sit. These things pretended to know me. I'll burn this page before I invite this toxic energy into my living room again. I'll worship the flames and watch them cook all that hurt me. I pray all my goodbyes turn crispy and can never change my molecular dopeness, not in this lifetime, with a memo included for the next. Nevermore. Thank you.
That's good,
Our host right
Sandy.
there.
Yes. Turn it all
Nevermore.
crispy.
I know
Yeah.
her.
Okay, all props to our amazing maestra. If you're ever in the neighborhood of that workshop, it was a lot of work, but I met Ellie and she put us to the grind. So thank you for that. Okay, moving on in our open mic. Here we go. My sister from another mister, the gorgeous, sexified Marissa.
Sexy. I love it. Okay, so you can have your pick. Would you like salty, or would you like something that's like a Bob Ross painting of my childhood?
Oh, I
Salty.
mean, can we have both? I don't,
Yeah, we could do both. For sure. All right. Yeah. I really, this is new shit. I'm kind of in this like salty place, but I'm trying to get out of it. All right, so I'll do the salty one first real quick, and then I'll do the sweet one.
you do it. New shit. Let's go.
This is titled I Knew Better. I knew your dick was a one-way ticket. From the jump, you were a thing that pulled me out from the comfort of my skin, and together we became both predator and prey. Lost in zebra stripes, lions menu, what's for dinner? Still, I knew better. I had to have known. I must have known. I needed to have known. So I know I heard the many dead ancestors screaming, no! I had to have known. I had to have known your dick was a one-way ticket. Here I am. At the restaurant, you said you could not love me, threw the keys at me, warm food getting cold. I said goodbye and secretly fuck you. Now I'm singing Alicia Keys, but everything means nothing because you shit all over it. Some people want it all, but I don't want it because you shit all over it. I'm working on my everything means something now without you, you single serving fuck. I knew your dick was a one-way ticket. I know I knew it. I told my younger self then all about it. I had to have told her. We deserved to know that you were a one-way participation trophy. I knew it. I know I knew it. It was imprinted all over your face. If only I saw what I was meant to see. It was all across the sheet, stained with sex he never let go of, fights with women he never decided to forget, unforgettable sex he always gave into, love he never dared believe in because I don't exist apparently, and I fucking knew I knew your dick was a one-way ticket to this dark place, tramp stamped more times than my passport, death by penis after penis, than just ritualized death by your dick. I resolved to be your past tense consolation prize. Everyone gets a fucking trophy, and you had me for a time, you thief, making me still a trophy, still just a plaything. Find me and my middle finger pulled off your taint and waving goodbye. Goodbye. One-way ticket to click it. The flicker presses on lighter stem, creating burning on your bullshit photographic face over my smile that didn't know better back then when I was just a stupid fucking woman in love with the one-way dick. Let's pour some vodka on it. Def Leppard cheering me on in the background, really light up this ticket to memory lane and watch the motherfucker burn.
Well, damn.
I am so glad my mic was muted because I would have caused deafness everywhere. I can't even deal with it because this is why I fucking love Marissa. And that's new. So she got into my soul and just really spit everything I wanted to say. Okay. And also, death by dick, total t- okay, I love it.
Yeah.
I feel like you threw up for me and I feel so much better now, Marissa. I love it. I have like 10 favorites of yours, and I think this is now.
You sounded
You
like
haven't
our
heard all my
common
selfies.
sense. You
I
sounded like our
swear.
common sense, trying to make us listen to reason, and we didn't.
Yes, because we have died by dick. God damn it, so many times, and I'm fucking over it. Okay.
Remind me to read you my parody. I have an infomercial parody called Studaway Suds to wash the dickmatize off you. So
I would already buy that soap. I don't even know what it is, but I think I need it. Okay.
I can even read that. If you want that instead of the barn one, I'll read that for you. It's damn.
I'm dying to hear it. Do it.
You haven't heard it, Stacey?
No.
No, the hell you have.
I think I'd remember something like that.
Oh my god.
First of all, you made Stacey laugh. Okay. But she is not the laughing kind.
She laughs all the time around me. Y'all don't even know. I got her number. It's cool.
Well, I'm glad you think that, honey.
Yeah, I did this one called Vajama Juice. Or no, Vajatorade. Yeah, she loves Vajatorade.
I love the poem. Don't say it like, "Ooh, it's a drink," and she buys it every week from Walmart.
And my bagel and pap smear one for the ladies is hilarious.
You are. Oh my god, I'm so dead. Okay, carry on. I'm sorry.
All right, I'm pulling. Yeah, Studaway Says, page 71. All right. Yeah. All right. So you got to picture like an HSN, like whole infomercial. All right. And I when I first did this poem, like I did it with props. So just pretend. All right. Studaway Says, lovers, do you suffer from a broken heart? Did you fall for the dick again? Are you jaded? Have you been lied to? Slighted again? used, left to masturbate all alone again. When you'd skin yourself alive with a rusty dull blade to remove his touch. When you'd replace his smell with dog shit and his taste with rancid bacon fat left out in the Arizona sunshine all year. When you'd rip out your own vagina and replace it with a raging King Kong hard-on to fuck karma into his slowly dying skull, let me tell you, you are not alone. Now you can stop squeezing your favorite lube down the drain while crying his name and bathe through greasy mascaraed eyes. That's right. Let's start to make those showers feel clean again. At Studaway Suds, we have created a specially formulated bar of anti-dickmatized qualities. It will wash your troubled troubadour titties clean and send the shitty stench of love away down the drain. It is estrogen-based to bring balance back to body. Certainly not strong enough for him, as he wasn't strong enough for you. Simply add water to the soap and watch it foam and grow like his dick did in the beginning. Tears optional. At Studaway Suds, no Studaway Suds would be complete without something made specially for you dickmatized fuck-ups out there. That's right. Do not delay. We now offer our brand new Lose the Love Loofah, ideal for scrubbing away all those useless dick memories. When you step out of our immaculate shower experience, wrap yourself in one of our microfibers, softer than lamb's wool, fresh new start body towels that won't make your skin crawl and guaranteed to hug you better and longer than he ever could. Finally, finish your bathing routine with a slight spritz of our Spray Away the Days Wasted on You body spray, guaranteed to smell better than he ever did, and condition your nose to know better next time. Call now and we will throw in a free Forget His Lips lip gloss, guaranteed to numb the shit out of your lips so you never have to remember his kiss or putting on lipstick just for him ever again. Order this complete set of Studaway Suds Dickmatized products now. We will throw in a set of Clitmatized products for the rest of you suckers out there. Yes, at Studaway Suds, down with the dick and clit never felt so good. Don't forget, chin up. Stay clean, you heartbreak heroes out there. And remember, this won't last forever, right?
And yes, put me down for 4 payments of $39.99.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I was thinking about just putting all my parodies and I put all my erotic together. I might just have a section for parodies. Because
I love it. I think you're a natural. I love it. I wish that to see you in person one day because your energy obviously blows us away even on screen. But I'm gonna leave that to Stacy so she just needs a big suitcase so that I can fit inside.
Yes, you should come in September. Come in September to the Poetry Festival. You're not that far away from me. 12-hour drive.
You know, yeah. I'm following you. Can you hear me? Okay. No, okay. Everybody take a breath and sign up for whatever product you're going to sign up for. Totally buying all of them.
All right. Well, next time I'll read you Covag. That's my pharmaceutical parody about if your vagina got COVID. It's so funny. Or if you go to my, I think I did my videos up on Facebook.
I love it. I love it.
It's
Okay,
so
so
funny.
all those t-shirts are going to be printed. Are you ready, Stacy? You are going to wear them all and take lots of pictures, and I am going to love it. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Mute your mics. Give it up for Miss Marissa.
Woo-hoo.
Always hilarious and so amazing. Okay, here we go. We are back. Oh, man, that was fun. You guys are awesome. Okay, after Marissa is our awesome friend, Miss Caro, who has been waiting patiently. Caro, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad I came tonight because that was really great. Y'all are hilarious. And so I'm gonna read like 2 super short ones, or like very, very super short micro poems, and then I'm gonna read a longer one if that's okay. That was inspired by Marissa. Because I have to read this one. Yeah. So these are my first like 2 short ones. Never deny your gifts, or you'll be adrift in the ocean's fog until you too are missed, a skeleton floating, barnacles making homes on your skin, so that when they finally find you, they're not sure if you're a marine animal or a poet who never picked up a pen. And then the next one is, I am blessed. I remind myself we all are, in one way or another, even if it's not in the way we want. We are goddesses of the galaxy's making. And that was for all of you, because y'all have such fire tonight. I love it. And so this is my longer piece. This is the blood magic of a werepussy. And my cat is like literally coming up to me right now as I'm about to read this poem because she knows. Okay. The blood magic of a werepussy. My pussy is a werecat. Its hairy mouth salivates for the taste of a full body orgasm. It growls in warning, spits and howls in pleasure. During a full moon, it transforms, bloody and wailing. During a quarter moon, when you part the fur, you find it wet and vulnerable, ready to devour fingers aching for a stroke under its chin. When the moon is an unseen shadow, the werecat is happiest alone, stalking rabbits. It loves bunny whiskers, bunny noses, all vibration, no thrust, just how the werecat likes. It's been told to shave by men who don't believe in werecats. Men want hairless cats, tame and giving. My pussy is a werecat. My pussy is a werecat. The legends have it wrong. A werecat is not always feminine. The werecat belongs to no gender, rejects any rules of the binary. It grows teeth and smashes the patriarchy, leaving no bones behind, refusing to give anything away for free. If you can't make it howl, leave it the fuck alone. It's got a forest full of toys to keep it satiated. The werecat doesn't hunger for men. For the legends have it wrong. Men hunger for the werecat. They're too afraid to admit they want hair in their teeth, puncture wounds on their belly, claw marks down their spine. They want the wild, but the werecat doesn't come for anyone. You gotta be special. My pussy is a werecat, and it won't take any shit. My pussy is a werecat. The legends have it wrong. It prowls the night searching not for a kill, but another werecat to make it purr. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, thank you. It was great hearing all this poetry. Y'all are great.
Oh, thank you, Caro. And thank you for a special guest. The cat was like, I'm going to be in this piece because it's obviously about me. I don't care. Oh my goodness. Okie dokie. Artichoke. Oh my God. So many pieces. I want to adopt all of them. Here we go. Miss Daisy. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
You are on deck, Missy.
Thank you, darling. Marissa, it's going to take me until tomorrow morning to stop laughing.
Yes, that's awesome. I'm
Carl.
gonna send you some clips. I'll be like, I'll send you some random clips. It'll be great.
Carl, honey, I'm just scared of you. We need to talk. So another older piece. It is all so cool and lonely here. Right before night kisses a reluctant dawn on the chin, coaxing, come on, baby, just give it up one more time for me. And a slightly too bright, almost hostile sometimes glow fills reluctant corners until every dark, sweet privacy is revealed, brushing, spilling like fresh water and diamonds over loud talkers who sass me on the printed page. Mardi Gras masks posed on red feathers, my stuffed animals who refuse to take phone messages and will not dust. I do ordinary things. Even golden boys and girls have to do ordinary things. Yesterday's clothes will not make it into the laundry basket by themselves. Wine glasses cannot go unwashed lest they sour the kitchen. Bathrooms must be scrubbed and bleached clean if they are to maintain the honor of my finest silk-edged towels. It is brightest here at 5. My life has wrapped my mind up again, and I can't get untangled till a shower of aloe, rose, jasmine, magnolia nestled close in my gilded scent box, chosen on a whim, a wish, a need, scent trapped in glass and soft paper, waiting for the rivulets of steam to set them drifting, floating, singing, set me drifting. I have not felt the need to go outside today. If I stand at my window, I can see the usual parade, families running for supper at the Chinese joint. Last bus running toward the fanciest hotel in town, music from car radios at the ice cream place next door. I am not interested in joining or running. I am not interested today in rushing, thank you, riding today. It is all so cool and lonely here. I watch the last sips of daylight, the sun overpowered by her lover. Oh, no, baby. No, I need to sleep. Fading slowly so that night covers her with one last caress, taking her heat inside himself and undercover, in corners, through my window, Diane Shore, Nora Jones, Jill Scott. I am clothed in music and silence. Vandross, Lane, Bryson, keys, horn solos, and pianos that urge me to tell the truth in my sleep if I have to. Write commands and questions across blue and linen and soft, thin, air-kissed sheet stars. Send telegrams edged with frost. Be still. Stop. Breathe. Stop. Breathe. Stop. Last notes of music tumbling tight like waterfalls and sapphire over the windowsill. One last couple laughing, one last motor speeding to where his woman hums, baby, come see about me. I can sleep or write this poem. I can sleep or dream about you. I can sleep or wait. Or wait. Girl, you got time. I can wait. I can wait. It is all so cool, blue and tan and linen. I can wait. It is also cool and keys and Scott and Jones and Jasmine. It is all so cool and lonely. Be still. Stop. I can wait. Be still. Stop. Breathe. It is all so cool and lonely. Stop. Here.
Her voice was so soothing. It sounded like I was listening to a record player.
Oh
It
my
was just,
God, yes.
you had that sultry, just vintagey, it sounded like a record. That was amazing.
Thank you, honey.
I have a sleeping problem and the meditations don't fucking work anymore. I'm about to record this and then just play it back.
I can call you up and do it in person anytime you like, Shush.
Okay, just sat there for like 8 hours till I sleep. Yay! That was so gorgeous. I love it, Miss Stacy.
Thank you, honey.
The chat is, yes, so soothing. I love it. Okie dokies. Let me see here. Okay, so let's see. Usually, like, we like to end the chat. I mean, in the chat, what am I saying? We like to end the show with like a mixed master of disaster. So I like to sprinkle it with any poem that you all may have or want to share. That's just like a declaration of what you need to remind yourself, right? As poets, we go through many phases, and especially after COVID-ish, you know, people acting crazy, the government's changing the weather, I don't even know. So that's how we're gonna close today. If you don't want to spit a piece, you can just spit a manifestation or something that you want to bring into your energy field, you know, and then let's make that happen. So I will go first. Here we go. I walk. I walk past concrete I was supposed to fall drunk on. I let the pages drink the ink that the Boyle Heights Times was supposed to print my obituary in. I love the sun, the doctor said would cease to exist. I create, I perform, I inspire. I choose to forget words of those who said my skin type would one day extinct itself. Like a dinosaur left under graffiti cement. Only bones decorated with hoops of fake gold, but drenched with ancient chola potential. I am the daughter of a mother too shy to tell them she was a direct descendant of a bracero. Shh. Keep your voice down, mija, or they will hear you taking up space. I now own the seeds that the Americano stole from my abuelito. I am the poem he was not allowed to publish. End poem. Thank you. Okie dokie. How are we feeling, everybody? Woo, woo. Any manifestations, words of wisdom, any exits? What can we call them? Exitos? Like intros, but exitros? No? Okay, well, I am.
Okay, for something.
Alrighty. Any last burning desires to bless the mic with?
I'll do my toast that I usually exit my show on if you want.
Yes, that would be lovely.
All right, so grab a glass or a pretend glass or whatever you're drinking, whatever you have nearby. Here's to health in your company and one for the lasses. Let's drink and be merry, all of our glasses. Let's drink and be merry, bad thoughts to refrain, for we may or may not ever all be here again. Thank you, Sandy. It's an old Gaelic toast. I love it.
I think I have ice water because I am an adult now. Miss Stacy,
I got something for you.
the mic is back your way. Here we go.
The light sometimes come in funny ways. In the center of roses, in sunlight on the star, glancing off the edges of water bottles smashed by police or the border patrol, mingling in the tears called forth by pepper spray, sparkling along the blood trail from a rubber bullet to the face. Real light, though, real light only shines in the hearts and minds of the righteous, is only defined by the vibration of boots on the ground, in the demand for justice. Sometimes the light comes in funny ways. Let it not be from gun sights and the tips of swords.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
I have one, if it's okay, it's in Spanglish. I'm a coffeeholic. When Maria tore Puerto Rico, really did people in bad, especially way up in the mountains where they still have nothing. And so different people are sending stuff. At my crew, we send stuff way up to the mountains. And I didn't realize it that Beto was bringing it way up to the coffee growers. And so I went to the post office box about a month or so ago, and there was this big box for me. I opened it, and all these different brands of Puerto Rican coffee fell out with a note saying I never had to buy another coffee again, as long as I promise never to drink Cafe Bustelo again, as long as I live, which is no problem, because that is not Puerto Rican coffee, contrary to popular belief. So this one is called, it's in Spanglish, it's Raining Cafe, raining spelled R-E-I-G-N, like royalty. So, and it's Raining Cafe, or Confesiones de una Cafeólica Sin Vergüenza, translates to Confessions of a Shameless Coffeeholic. Way up in the mountains of Borinquen, it's raining cafe. Indescribably precious gifts in little tiny coffee beans, proud and homegrown and more numerous than raindrops. Café real con un aroma sin igual, and just the scent of cafeteto transports me to El Pueblo de las Marias. This coffee is sacred, precious, delicious, and real mountain treasure. Es un licor natural y orgánico y 100% del pueblo borincano. And with every cup of Café El Mañanero and Café Lealtad, I am reborn. En las montañas de la Isla del Encanto, it's raining café. But even here, 3,595 miles away from esta fruta sagrada del campo, I daily drink in the power of those mountains and I am energized. Every single day when I taste the essence of Café Cibales, I can feel the naturaleza of Ciales come alive inside my insides and Café Oro de Puerto Rico, ay que rico. Café increíble con su aroma sabroso, a sacred encanto that taste of majesty. Y con cada trago de nuestro café subo para el cielo. In the mountains of La Isla del Encanto, it's raining café. Royal coffee beans, un tesoro nacional with hypnotic aromas that smell of the wildness of freedom, untamable freedom. Libre like the dirt of the mountains that gave them birth. Oh yes, I confess, I'm hooked. I get drunk with every cup of café de aquí Utuado, majestuoso tesoro sagrado de la montaña. And in my house, tomo el sabor 100% de las montañas, and I shamelessly admit it. There's not 1 ounce of doubt in my mind. I am a proud 100% unapologetic coffeeholic. And in my house, it's raining café 100% from the mountains of La Isla del Encanto. So that's my way of ending the evening. Café aquí of Utuado right here in my hand. That's my
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
I have one I can end with, if that's okay.
Yes, of course.
This is Ways to Be a Flower. Listen to the sun. Her rays are stars of wisdom. They'll teach you how to grow. Let snails and caterpillars nibble your leaves. Share yourself. Don't poison those who seek your refuge. If a human picks you, wilt. They don't deserve your beauty if they take you without asking. Sing to the bees. They'll feed and spread your seed. Give, but don't hesitate to receive. Root yourself. Speak to soil. Express your needs. You are important. You are enough. Let the wind blow away your insecurities. Don't forget, bloom bright. Your time is brief.
Oh, qué bello. I love it. Always, always, always great to hear you, Caro. Okie dokie. I just want to thank all of you for coming tonight and blessing us up and keeping our spirits high for Ellie and having her share her beautiful pieces with us. I want to say thank you to Stacy and the entire Tesoro organization, my beautiful, powerful women poetas, for giving us the space here to unite and letting me be your little silly host. Stay tuned and as always, share your events, share your features, share your triumphs. It's time to celebrate every single thing that we are doing as a community. And if you're not following each other, which I'm pretty sure you are, keep us posted. The most powerful thing of being in community is seeing all our poets flourish and develop in their art forms. So thank you everyone so much. Thank you, Ellie. Another round of applause for our feature.
Thank you for having me. I had a great night with all of you ladies. Thank you.
Any last words, Mama Son, Stacy Dyson?
It's your show, darling. Take us out.
Oh, Dios mío. Okay. from our Tesoro stage to a house near you and hopefully a space near you. Please keep in touch with all the poets. It's a wonderful organization. You can find our shows on YouTube. Hit up Miss Stacy Dyson and just keep keeping on. Always remember that we have safe spaces all over the world and the country for you to perform at, and always excited to hear new talent. And thank you, everyone. I know you guys have different time zones, so thank you for making it out. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Good
Thank
night.
you. Good night.
Good night.